Let's be honest, the goal when reading is always finding a 5-star, but we don't always go into a book expecting it to be 5 stars. So today I sat down and I made myself a list of books I'm excited about, books that I'm predicting I will love, books that I think I could give 5 stars. These are kind of hard to do. I'm probably wrong about most of them. I'm normally wrong about most of them, but there are a couple on this list that I'm excited about. And this time I put sequels on as well, which I don't normally do, but there are sequels here that I really truly think are going to be 5 stars. So if I'm going to tell you 5-star predictions, they're what I'm expecting to love. I love sequels. I am a binge reader of series. I love staying in the same world, being with characters, and really getting to know them. So sequels tend to work for me more than book ones. So I do have a couple on here. And maybe let's just start with the sequels and then we'll get to the non-sequels. The first one I'm really predicting to be a 5-star is The Dark Mirror. This is the 5th book in the Bone Season series by Samantha Shannon, and recently I marathoned this entire series. I read the first 4 books very quickly, and I mean, they ain't short, but I just read them back to back to back, and I just wanted to keep reading. I have taken a small break between this one just because of vlogs and things, but I know I want to get to this. Like, I need to get to this soon. I just think where the series has left off, this is going to be such a good moment for all the characters, for the rebellion, what's going on, and I'm utterly obsessed with this series and the world building. If we go back to the Bone Season, we follow our main character in a world, our world actually, where clairvoyancy is bad and she is clairvoyant. She works for one of the ruling underground gangs essentially as the Pale Dreamer. When she accidentally uses her magic in the wrong place, her clairvoyancy, she ends up sent to a prison she never knew existed, and a whole mystery about clairvoyancy and stuff unfolds for her. She kind of becomes our little Katniss Everdeen, and things start to brew in a rebellion, and this is just so good. I can't wait. I truly think this one's going to be 5 stars. The other book that I think is going to be 5 stars is the 3rd book in the Legacy trilogy by Melissa K. Rowick called Tempest of Wrath and Vengeance. I gave book 1 5 stars and book 2 4 stars, and I just know in my bones I know this is the best one yet and this is going to be 5 stars. Everyone I know screams about the series, including myself. It's incredible. If you like fantasy romance, if you like epic fantasy and you want those two things melded together, this is one of the best in my opinion. It's like Cosmere. There's different series that Melissa K. Rowick has written and they all exist kind of in the same realm and world, so it definitely feels pretty epic in scale, but it also has the best banter, the best romance. Like, we don't sleep on the romance even though we have that epic scope. I'm obsessed with these characters. They're morally gray and actually morally gray. I find a lot of times when people talk about morally gray characters, they're not really, but the main characters in this definitely are, and I just think this is going to be so good. We follow our main character who is chosen by the Legacies to essentially be their bonded. It's seen as a place of privilege for the Legacies to pick you, but what it means is that the Legacies bond to you and then they use your power to kind of boost their power. It's this whole thing, and our main character never wanted to be chosen. She's actually done the opposite her entire life. She's tried to not have good grades, you know, not stand out too much, but she accidentally stands out in another way, and our prince of the baddest realm ends up picking her, and you know things are about to get spicy and heated and sus things are happening within this. I feel like I butchered that synopsis, but just trust me, this series is so good. If you haven't read it already, it's gonna be one of my all-time favorites when it's done, and the 4th book comes out soon, I believe. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Okay, with that, let's get into the non-sequels. The first one is Terror at the Gates by Scarlett St. Clair. I have read Scarlett St. Clair in the past. I have very much enjoyed her and given her 4 stars before, so I am very excited about this, and I've heard nothing, literally nothing, but good things about this. Every single person I know who has picked it up has enjoyed it. Maybe not loved it, but has enjoyed it, and I just think that that is sending good vibes for me, and I feel like I could love it. I honestly don't think I've even read the synopsis. It's one of those books that I just went, yes, that's 5 stars. Like, do you ever just get a feeling, like you look at a book, you hear people talk about a book, and you go, exactly, that's for me. Beware she who bleeds, bound in chains. Beware the exile, the young winged beast who dances unafraid before fire. Beware the woman with many names, the maiden, the whore, the scarlet serpent. Beware the temptress who whispers in the dark. She is the beginning and the end. She is peace and chaos. She is terror knocking at the gates. Oh, I do know what this is about. Right, this is a Lilith thing, right? I now remember. I now do remember. I love Lilith, but this sounds incredible. So I will be hopefully giving this 5 stars. Next up, we have Immortal Consequences, which I'm actually reading right now, but I did make this list before I started reading it. This one I thought would be really good because it's a school setting and dark academia, but it's also YA. So it's been comped to the Atlas 6 a couple times. We're following 6 rivals who are at a school in the afterlife, and they have to compete for one coveted spot. In this school, they are reaping souls and things like that, and they want to keep their memories, so that's why they want that coveted spot, because they don't want to just forever exist at this school setting, losing their memories and reaping souls. They want to ascend. There can only be one victor, and eternity is only the beginning. I just thought this sounded cool. It felt like it was gonna have like a ghostly vibe, a little bit of that dark academia setting, but also a school setting with trials, which are both buzzwords for me. I just thought that this would work, and because it's YA, I also thought it's gonna be fast paced and very enjoyable, so I am very excited to give this one more of a shot to finish it, and we can all hope that it will be 5 stars for me, especially because this copy is stunning. A contemporary-ish, it's actually a paranormal romance, I guess, is Soul Searching by Lila Sage that I think will be 5 stars. I read the entire Rebel Blue Ranch series this year, and I loved it. I gave some of those 5 stars, most of them 4 stars, so I just think that Lila Sage's writing just really seems to work for me. I really like her messages and her characters and everything like that, and so even though I pretty much know nothing about Soul Searching, I know it's another small town. I know she's returning home to her small town and that her small town is haunted. That's pretty much all I know. I think it's going to be 5 stars. Like, I'm just predicting those vibes. Sometimes you fall in love with an author, and I feel like I did that with Lila Sage, so I just probably forever now will predict 5 stars from anything she writes, and that makes me very excited. Like, that's such a good feeling to have, just being excited about an author. And that doesn't happen to me very often. I'm very much a story person. I feel like stories have to resonate with me, but something about her so far has really kept me just like excited for whatever she writes. Next up, we have A Kingdom of Shadow and Ash by J.F. Johns. This is a newer one to my TBR. I saw this cover I think a month ago when I added it to my Goodreads Want to Read because I thought it was stunning, and the more I've learned about this one, the more intrigued I am. We have 8 kingdoms who have not talked for hundreds of years because they destroyed the land because of witches and turned it into a wasteland. Until now, when our main character decides she's going to end this feud, she is going to marry the Fire Prince, who's very much known for being cruel. I love fire magic in my books. It's something I've always loved. I've always been a Zuko girly since watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, so whenever I can get fire magic, especially like a crueler, morally gray character with fire magic, I'm sold. However, our main character is not actually looking to fall in love with the prince. She actually would like to murder him. The witches want revenge, and everyone seems to have secrets in the land of fire and dragons, including our main character, the daughter with witch eyes, the 4th born child of the Kingdom of Darkness, the one that is hiding a secret that could doom them all, is what the synopsis says. Doesn't that sound just so good? I want this. I want this. I want to read it. I want to love it. It's in my hands right now. I need to get a copy of it because this is stunning, and I need to give it 5 stars. I need it to be cherished by me. This one always shocks me because I look at the cover, I look at the author, and I go, I don't think that's for me. And then I look at the synopsis and I go, could I give this 5 stars actually? The Deathless One by Emma Hamm. A princess murdered at the altar makes a deal with the god of death for vengeance and to save her people. That tagline right there, chef's kiss. I need it. What I find very interesting about this one is I believe she's murdered at the beginning of it. She is put into a marriage and her husband murders her at the altar and seizes the throne. And her death is just the beginning. Her spirit is met by the Deathless One. He's a god that's yearning to return to the mortal plane, so he makes a deal with her. She will help him, he'll help her, kind of thing. And I love reluctant allies to lovers. That's such a good trope. I've heard that this is slow burn. I just think this has the possibility for me to love it. I could also be really wrong with this prediction, but something inside of me says put it on this list and manifest that 5-star prediction. And lastly, I think I could love A Flames and Fallacies by Courtney Wims. I've been seeing graphics for this everywhere and they're stunning and they are catching my eye. I know there's something about dragons and how possession of a dragon is guaranteed like death. Our main character, I believe, finds a dragon egg and then she has to figure out how she's going to get that dragon egg back to like the dragon hatching grounds without being seen because she doesn't want to die. I believe there's also also something about her being in the military, or at least a military post, and I have been really enjoying more military side settings, so like school settings in the military, because I feel like they tend to dive really deep into some of the themes I love, which is power corrupting, knowledge is written by the victors, things like that. Like, I love rebellion stories. They are my favorite. I want more rebellion stories in my life, and I just feel like military school settings often end up really showing propaganda and flipping that into a rebellion of some sort. So that has me excited. I could be wrong about like that school setting vibe. I just know that there's something in the military aspect. I do think it's Second Chance, which makes it a little bit more weird that it's on a 5-star prediction list because I don't love Second Chance, but I'm always open to it. And I hope that this is the time that I love Second Chance and this is another 5-star for me, because look at this cover. Again, stunning. The cover artists are back at it with really good covers, specifically in the indie sphere. I need the trad sphere to get back on these like really cool covers. Let me know down below a book that you think you'll give 5 stars, and also let me know a book you think I would give 5 stars. And maybe I could read some of those for a future vlog or something. If you made it all the way to the end of this video and you'd like to leave me an emoji just to say you were here, leave me a cake emoji for my t-shirt, and I'll leave some vlogs on the screen for you to check out, and have yourselves an absolutely remarkable day.